The Department of Health may tax salty food products following a recent report that salt consumption of Filipinos exceed the recommendation of the World Health Organization or WHO. Health Undersecretary Eric Domingo says although there are no concrete plans yet, the DOH and WHO are closely studying the possibility. Early in 2018, an excise tax on sugar-sweetened beverages was launched in the first package of the tax reform or train law. The law imposes an excise tax of 6 pesos per liter on drinks containing caloric or non-caloric sweetener and 12 pesos per liter on drinks containing high fructose corn syrup. Domingo says diseases that could arise from high salt consumption are hypertension, heart disease, kidney diseases, and even stomach cancer. Domingo says if prices of salty food go up, people will opt for healthier, cheaper options. A recent report from the WHO says 28% of cardiovascular deaths are attributable to high sodium consumption. Health reform advocate Tony Leachon says taxing salty food should begin with processed food products, which use salt as a preservative. Vice President Leni Robredo says she will not be a scapegoat to the shortcomings of President Rodrigo Duterte's controversial drug war. She adds she is open to help. The statement from Robredo's spokesperson Barry Gutierrez comes after Duterte offered her a cabinet post, supposedly putting her in charge of all anti-drug programs. Gutierrez says it was the Duterte administration that made the impossible promise to end criminality and drugs in 3 to 6 months. Gutierrez adds Robredo suggested to the Department of the Interior and local government ways to address the drug problem, but her suggestions were ignored and she was later shut out by the president from cabinet meetings, forcing Robredo to resign in December 2016. Earlier this week, she once again earned the ire of Duterte after she said in a Reuters interview that the drug war is not working. Robredo has long been a critic of Duterte's bloody war on drugs. Human rights groups estimate the death toll to have reached 27,000. A sophisticated anonymous website is targeting Hong Kong pro-democracy figures by disclosing personal details such as names, phone numbers, and addresses. The website HK-Leaks uses Russia-based servers and is promoted by powerful groups linked to China's ruling Communist Party. A female reporter from pro-democracy newspaper Apple Daily says she received hundreds of calls where she would be called a bitch and a prostitute and threatened to be killed. Privacy Commissioner Stephen Wong on September 17 says he had ordered HK-Leaks to take down all posts, but the site remains online. On its front page, a photo of black-clad protesters with a Chinese language banner saying, "We want to know who these people are and why they are messing up Hong Kong." Experts say the problem is that HK-Leaks is a sophisticated operation specifically designed to evade prosecution. It is registered anonymously on a Russian server, uses so-called bulletproof anonymous hosting, and has shifted domain 3 times since August alone. Hong Kong confirms it plunged into its first recession since the global financial crisis. This comes as months of ongoing pro-democracy protests and the United States-China trade war take a heavy toll. Figures released by the government on Thursday, October 31, show Hong Kong's gross domestic product or GDP shrinking to 3.2% in the third quarter, compared with the previous period when it saw a 0.4% drop. Year-on-year GDP also shrank 2.9%, its sharpest drop in a decade. Clashes between protesters and police have become a weekly occurrence, hammering Hong Kong's once solid reputation for stability and safety. Hong Kong's economy was already facing strong headwinds at the start of 2019 as it was hit by the US-China trade war. A lawsuit filed on Thursday accuses Facebook of letting ad targeting tools be used to exclude women and older people from offers regarding loans, investments, and other financial services. 2 law firms filed a discrimination suit in San Francisco federal court on behalf of a 54-year-old woman living in Washington and will ask a judge to grant the case class action status. In a statement, lawyer Matthew Handley says, quote, "Women and older persons are entitled to full and equal services of businesses such as Facebook and the financial services companies that advertise on Facebook's platform." The suit contends women and older people were denied the benefits of ads for financial services because Facebook tools allow messages to be targeted at specific age ranges or genders. Facebook says it is reviewing the complaint.